What if the secret to a really transformed life isn't about these huge monumental leaps,
Right.
but maybe something far, far smaller, something
Yeah.
truly atomic?
Atomic, yeah. Like a single atom, tiny, almost invisible.
Exactly, but it's the basic building block, isn't it? And it holds incredible energy.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're doing a deep dive into James Clear's Atomic Habits. This is a source that really unpacks how those tiny, seemingly insignificant daily actions can build up.
Yeah, they accumulate into really massive, life-altering change. It's fascinating.
It is.
And what's really interesting, I think, is how Clear sort of challenges that narrative we always hear, you know?
Which one? The dream big one?
Yeah, the dream big, hustle hard, change everything right now. It's well, it's exhausting.
Exhausting.
Instead, he offers something more like a master key, a key to your own, operating system. It goes way beyond just a simple to-do list.
Okay, so not just tactics, but something deeper.
Definitely. It's much less about sheer willpower, which we all know can fail, and more about these profound but incremental shifts.
Right. And that's why this feels different from just another self-help book. It feels more philosophical almost, an exploration of how we actually become who we are.
You got it.
The core idea seems to be that our lives aren't really shaped by those few grand decisions,
No, not primarily.
but by the stuff we do every single day, the near invisible repetitive actions.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, for someone listening who's maybe struggled with willpower, like consistently,
Mm-hmm.
how does Clear help them shift away from that struggle towards making changes that actually stick?
Well, that's the beauty of it. He takes all this complex science, habit formation research, and he distills it down into 4, he calls them unbreakable laws. Makes it shockingly simple, really.
4 laws, okay.
And the fundamental shift, the big idea, is moving your focus. Stop focusing so much on what you want to achieve.
Like the outcome, losing weight, getting a promotion.
Exactly. Shift that focus to who you want to become.
Ah, the identity piece.
Precisely. So imagine not forcing yourself, gritting your teeth, to be productive, but instead focusing on simply becoming a productive person. What would a productive person do?
Or not trying so hard to lose weight, but becoming someone who just consistently makes healthy choices.
You've got it. That's the core shift.
That identity shift feels really powerful.
Yeah.
But how do we actually do that? What are those unbreakable laws in practical terms?
Okay, let's touch on a couple. So the first law, make it obvious.
Hey,
Clear really hammers home how much our environment drives our behavior, often without us even realizing it.
like setting things up for success.
Exactly. Simple example. Put your running shoes right by the door. It makes that cue to exercise almost impossible to ignore. It's just there. Obvious.
Okay, that makes sense. Less thinking involved. What's another one?
Another crucial one is make it easy. This is where friction comes in, or rather, removing friction.
Ah, friction, the effort required.
Yeah, right. And this is where he introduces things like the 2-minute rule. Heard of that?
I think so, if it takes less than 2 minutes.
Just do it right now. Want to read more? Don't commit to a chapter. Just pose a book on your pillow.
Okay.
That tiny, tiny reduction in friction makes starting almost effortless.
It seems almost too simple, doesn't it? That such a small step could actually lead anywhere significant.
It does sound counterintuitive.
But that idea of making things easy and obvious, that really gets at the heart of why we don't do things, right?
Totally.
We all know we should meditate or exercise or whatever, but that tiny bit of activation energy just feels huge sometimes.
Like climbing a mountain, yeah. Clear calls that friction.
So how else does he show us we can overcome that friction beyond just making the cue obvious?
Well, another great strategy is habit stacking.
Habit stacking.
Yeah, you build a new habit directly onto an existing one you already do without thinking. Leverage the momentum.
Okay.
Like, after I pour my morning coffee, that's the existing habit. I will meditate for 1 minute. That's the new tiny habit.
So the coffee becomes the trigger.
Exactly. It uses an established cue. And this all connects to his 1% rule. That idea that tiny, seemingly insignificant daily improvements, they compound.
Like interest in a bank account.
Precisely. It's not about being perfect overnight. It's about getting just 1% better consistently.
That's so much less intimidating. So it's not this massive overhaul, just consistent tiny nudges in the right direction.
You got it.
Okay, but life happens, right? You get sick, you have a crazy day. What about when you inevitably miss a habit? Does that derail everything?
Great question. He has a simple rule for that too. Never miss twice.
Never miss twice.
Yeah. Missing once, that's an accident, it happens. Missing twice, that's the beginning of a new unwanted habit.
Ooh, okay.
So the goal isn't perfection. It's actually about rapid recovery, getting back on track the very next time.
That reinforces the identity thing again, doesn't it? A disciplined person isn't someone who never messes up.
No, it's someone who gets back on track quickly. It all comes back to re-engineering your world, your systems, for effortless progress. It's not about relying on that finite resource of willpower.
Okay, so let's recap a bit. We've seen why friction is like the biggest enemy of habit formation.
Your greatest enemy.
How designing your environment is maybe your secret superpower.
Definitely a superpower.
And why missing a habit just once is totally part of the process.
Yeah.
It's not a failure. It's really not about willpower.
No, it's about strategy, re-engineering your world.
So Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
it feels like more than just a set of instructions.
Oh, absolutely. It's really a profound invitation, I think, to look at your everyday existence with, well, fresh eyes.
An awakening.
Yeah, an awakening to the quiet, cumulative power of those marginal gains, those 1% improvements. It's really for anyone who's tired of starting over, and is ready to actually build something that lasts.
That really resonates. So the final thought then, for you listening, what small, truly atomic habit are you going to plant today? Right now, knowing that it really could blossom into an extraordinary future down the line.
Ooh, powerful question.
Yeah, maybe consider the impact.
Yeah.
What if you stopped chasing the results so hard and instead just started building your identity one tiny atomic habit at a time?